𝗦𝗁𝗵𝗵𝗺𝗧. It was you, my lawyer in that courtroom. It was you, my soldier on that battlefield. So the essence of my praise is centered on your grace. 𝗦𝗁𝗵𝗵𝗺𝗧. Hey, 𝗦𝗁𝗵𝗵𝗺𝗧.
On aspects of Ghanaian law, we have also advised businesses looking to relocate to Ghana. Our senior partner is duly qualified as a barrister at law in Ghana and solicitor to the Superior Court of England and Wales. Client satisfaction is our #1 priority. This shows the number of positive reviews we have received from our clients. BWF Solicitors, your preferred community lawyers. BWF Solicitors is a leading and an award-winning solicitor situated in London. Our expertise in family and matrimonial law encompasses divorce, separation, children matters, family breakdown, and financial orders. We focus on all aspects of immigration law. Our areas of expertise extends to visas for individuals.
Changed my story. Protocol breaker, you made a way. You turned my mourning into dancing. It is you and just your grace. Could not have made it without you. Hey. Could not have sailed through without you. Your loving kindness, grace, and mercy brought me through. So the essence of my faith is centered on your grace. 𝗦𝗁𝗵𝗵𝗺𝗧. Could not have made it without you. Hey, could not have sailed through without you. By your loving kindness and grace and mercies brought me through. So the essence of my faith is all centered on your grace.
Yes, the essence of my praise is all centered on your grace. Adom tine etiasi, adom tine woho, adom tina ene mewaha enye na adom anka inka menam he inka medempo na medruha inka meni hwan nanso enam otwede ampon onyankopon na adom ara kwanti enenso wadome ama odenkwa ene ahoden ene ahofe edware me ama menso mabafidie na mene mo ba bedi sa adwumedie fiti ndonhwere ya kopum ndonhwere dubaako. Yo, ahaya GM Radio UK na edwumedia yedi atoso sisi anase wuti ana wo hwe wo Facebook, YouTube ne yen social handles no na trese legal hour inso de eba ni se efiade bia na trese hwan no na ye ne omo ye legal hour ye ka se legal hour ma amani tua emra ho nhihye emra ho nsam ena ye ba ena ye besua na ye ka emra nso a ene ye chi mono lawyer for apapa lawyer pa ye can lawyer sa lawyer kentin kan for lawyer mo lawyer sa trese wo de wasem kodan omo a nye hunu se wo de call ya obo mo kokoko na kra na trese wedding kunim dada na trese ye can lawyer sa mo lawyer sa na ye BWF Solicitors for na ye nyomo ene aye ne omo eba bedi dwumen enti mesre we ni die mo ara bomode anatwe benyen se wedi kan atwe abenye afre wonua bi na fre wadofo bi na fre friend bi na fre sister bi na ono nso fre ne nua bi se emre na so ye ba bedi ye ho nkinta ye ba beka ye ho immigration sem ye beka ensema sese ye tu ho anamo na esi ye yie wo krum ha ene ye mra ho nsem eno ane BWF Solicitors for ene ye nyom wa he ene nyame adomara kwa no ye nya ye papa ba akom teacher moa osan ye lawyer osan sakra san ye sofuka o wa ba bedu efidie ha na oni eba betwetwe nkomo na ne de ebekwa ma ye ndofo a ana ahwefo a ana school fo a ana se waye wasi ubu se upese uko school na nso sikasem ha wonti because kromo ha de uko university bia ana university bia yes say sikasem or se utie fee na ubetua no emre kwan ewo ho a ubetumi enya na mafo sika bi na odi etua na daachi bi no wetua ne nkakra mpo no ukoji yen so na chese ubibia dedi meka ubibia dedi na onkrata sem esi ya na chese sika na ebe ma as fee ne kra na ebe sam ma sika nkete bi nso aka wane de wuntua ebi ye grant ebi ye kanesen ye bema maintenance wo nkwala se nkwala kra eko after school club ni ade nyina omuma osaska ni nyina saska ni mu nyina no trust me eno de ye ntua ho ka na ene kwan hihye ben ena wo befa so a wonso obetumi ayesa ana atusa anamoi ene enu hu adwuma na ye ba bedi ewa hase ene ye papa lawyer Charles Asmah teacher say lawyer Charles Asmah ono na ene ye nya no wofidie ha ye ne ba bedi sa nkite ntime sramo mani de mu adaro me chieche obi biara ba bia wo bia me de nchia kese efrigian studios ene BWF Solicitors team no de mount na mombo modia na monka ye ho afenso mesrɛ mo ani die mo we de mo nya madom wai wo ba so pɛ na wo hwa mesrɛ wo bo modia wonkwa emfa wonkwa enhwe ndi bo modia na chiche we chiche ni free chiche obroni beka share ni free baby bia share na nko saa na enye hwam na obi nso enya nsema ye ba bekan na onya ho enimdie enti mensunsan so kra ye nkoso ye nhya asesisi a na ye hu senia ye behu nye benya entiase ewo sa student finance mu ana se na mom ansa na ye di topic ne beba bedidwa no mesre lawyer Charles se ombo modena ochiechi adofo na ochieche obia na afede onhwe se update bi wo ho a o se yehu a na wotwi mu a de ne de fufuro ben asem de ben ana asem huhu ben e na abetsenko na wotwi mu a na onfentu dwamaye. Good morning lawyer Asmah.
Good morning, my friend. How are you, my sister?
I'm doing great, thank you. Lawyer Asmah, anopay metimo sa adom na adom pa. Brightness na wo ho no me hu se ekoyi pa enti no ye be koso mema ho kwan na wechecha etiefo ne ahwefo na afede se update bi wo ho a na ye nti ansa na ya ba ye main topic ne so nti mpacho over to you lawyer Asmah.
Yo etiefo ne ahwefo and so ye do yankopon ase so de akyeye na ye chechia obi biara and then so no eye adesua ewo gen radio platform is so BWF Solicitors Legal Hour na senior menua Patrick Ekano the other time no ye hu ni se fekesimfo ahyase se omo ye bribi the bribi omo ye ni na ne se obi aya appeal kra na se we win ya na omo de elected bia breno na omo hu anu se wontumi nya bibia na wontumi so enya hwe na acha se eno no eye ade a abeda ho a se wonnim na wanhwe ne yi a na acha se omo ehuhu osa na omo afa so nti na yeba katre tiefo ne se waye appeal bi na wonya sa letter ne bia embohu omoden se obehu mranim ne bia oti immigration mra no ase na wetumi enya akwanya foforo a wode ba fa so na wonso ne asese wonya no wonya
Yo, lawyer Asmah, yedas, nature say appeal hunsem na ye we be say the latest update or say ye shenin so na ye shini ye. Yo, lawyer Asmah, yedas, it's here for a higher GN radio, you media ye di a legal hour ye ne BWF Solicitors for na a cambo momudi sa inchreyen de braye intimacy momondiana mon share my mama Facebook so ninano me de inchia kese emo bibia senia moye no na mesra mo monkoso saa na monchiche maye monkoso saa na monchiche maye enche bia mebubo obodin ni kakra na tese yehu adofo mabaso de na nso mo ndoso mesra mo madaroma monchiche maye why na yenko yenim school student loan ade ehu hia o na ubefo se wo nko school ntino enshada emfa ho na me ka kire se be fa ho pa wonko wadofo bi obi kan be bisa opese okọ sikasem obeye den enti mombo modiana monhye emaye yenuaba ohima Vicky nyame nhya o say good morning family sanso na o say please if you have just join us no modiana share ono so dey plead to menim na monhye na enko yenim ehia pa say yebetumi a share program ye me de enam say eja me de me teacher nsamunti no ye ka bibia school na me tima me de because me de me nyanka dodro na ye ba krom ha no yenko school enye well enye obia nanso ubetumi a ko school kakra na brother chese uko school kakra ne bi ka ho a eye pa because enye de bia na de bia wo hu me mpese meka aka ho edwuma bia ye edwuma de nanso du school kakra ne ka ho a edwuma ne bi wo ho a ukoya na sika na mu ayedu wo hu sa na tie enti no ye school kwa kakra no hwe ye nuanum especially sa Asians omo ba any Chinese fui omo de trust me omo ko school na ma uko university a omo nkoa na egu ho utumi ko university bi na obi sa enti me nuanum Ghana fo ebi wo he ebibi fo ebi wo he wo hu omo nya qualification na no mo dey apply big position ya de ade you work less but you get more money but school no wan fa bi anka wo de no ho a obeye adwuma den so aketua na ebeba no kakre bi pe enti school kone de meye metofo wo ahoden a ye de ko school abomodin na ko bi ka ho eno nti na ene ye papa lawyer Charles Asmah waba ha say oba be kire ye kwan a ube so okọ university na ube apply for student loan so student loan no enye ni nyina ye ma osika no saa so enye ni nyina na obetua ho ka ebi wo ho a utua ebi wo ho a untua na ene lawyer Asmah ba be kire mu se ne ebe ya wo so be apply bi na kobi so ho ade no na wo so nye bi hey omo masika na kwan a obefa so obe apply na obenya no eno na ene ye ba be hwe ne ntimi sra mo nhye na enkoso lawyer Asmah we de meje wo mre ye enkoso na ene wo se obe ka student loan hu nsem de amaye student loan hu nsem meje di se dodo na eni ji hu ena bi mo nso no omo aye se omo awie school omo nko school bi omo ntine form hu na nso meje di se omo ma ana omo nuanu ma na omo dofo no bi no ebe ye se omo betie na omo mfasa nimdie no emom enti yen hyase kwan ben ne befa so se ubeye eligible unye eligible nioma ben na ehia se sa student loan no yetumi yenso yekogibi
yo me dase bebre me nua maete na ya fa akonya we so echechi a etiefo ne ahwafo enyinara na yeda obi biara asesen nso yetumi enyamre se yebesua ade sara nso na yechia edwumaku a ewo BWF Solicitors a papa Uncle Ben eda ano na yechia the production crew nso se ende nso omode omo ahoden ebeta adwumadi echi yo and then no yesua ade efa student finance ewo UK titru England na senior winim no opese usua ade ba bia na ahoden no eni ho opese wo ye course bi enso with savings enso na kwenya ben na wo betumi enya wonso betumi esua ade akọ wenim I say education is a lifetime investment. And to invest to which me used to know ewo bra we here biara. Santi se o pese wo suku ni sika we betumi aboa wo na wenya bibi efimu we hu kwan ya obefa so a wonso wetumi ahya ase short term and as a long term courses no betumi ayebi. Yo enti yakasa student finance a kwan ya obefa so a ubetua wadesua ho sika. Se bia wo pese we degree course and as wo pese we diploma course, certificate course. Bibia no akwanya ewo ho ema wo na nden komodie no efa se wo UK titru England omemu a akwanya ben na ewo ho ema wo. Na ye wo 2 levels and as layers ewo education ewo UK has say. Na ye friend no pre-16 and na post-16. Pre-16 no say as I say ya wo a na wo somre obekọ suku a ekodu embra obedi 16 years. By the time obedi 16 years no and I say just before your 16th birthday no na we wie GCSE and I say we wie secondary school. Do we secondary school no na afi de wo kọ wenim a your friend college. Na college no next time no na bia we di 17, ebi mo kre di 18 na ade amo eko. Nti na si post 16 education. Na ni amra no eka ne se we 18 years a na wo kosuko a ese aban ehwe se wade sua no ebekoso a wo ho enchire wo kwan bia, so that means free tuition and as education ewo emao ewo UK. Na sa wo bro udu 19 eko wenim no a na just afi de suku anka se wo kọ no na by that point na nka se wetumi ewie na bia wa enter university until sa 19 plus for no obi omo a bibi nti afi na owo college kra oye course bi nti so no aban hwe se obeboa wo na wa ma wo bibi a obetumi de tua sika obetumi de tua wo fees ene bia na wo de bedidi na eno no na yesi eye loan finance. Nti loan finance no instead say bia wo beko bank ho na wakwaji no bebre ye ne saa anase busuafo beboa wo anase wa savings na ade no wo beko aban akosre se omo emboa o saa ekwan no so na omma wo saa loan no so na ye ka no eye loan santi ebro no esu se wotua wo betu anamo na wetua na nyoma a ne ye bebobo so no ye hwe the eligibility criteria na say kwan ben so na wo be qualify ti say you obia na o qualify say aban be so na sen ewo ne suku ekọ ho ekaw eho ewo England omaimu aha say and say UK abontin so yen so ye besan ahwe kwan ben so na obeye wo application no na ya hwe say bibia ko etotoso a in terms of ubetia sika no back no kwan ben na obefa so a ubetia na ahia kra na ubetia no every month na edikan no who qualifies and that's the eligibility criteria. Now just before that na say you say student finance no is run by what we call student loans company. Now student loans company no na mo share a non-profitable organization aban achichere esi ho nti omo butai ne se omo nya profit a yebeka se edwuma no enya mfaso nti egu na mbom ombehwe se abrin nara no ombehu kwan ya mbefaso a aban ebeso sa eku no asene na sika aban sse oye na available na obi opeso okosuku no otumi enya bi no de kosuku no titiro won a wabro 19 no wetumi enya na odi esua ade. Na sa na etie dia. Asa yetie say we know operating mainly within England, as a student loan company England. Na uko Scotland, uko Wales, uko Northern Ireland. Once one specific student finance arrangement. Now when you know they liaise closely with the umbrella company buying atino a friend of student loans company no. Na nia ewo mu no ene say so betumi qualify na wenya akwenya yi bia enyoma ma akomienu bia oho a ese say ye hye no enso edikan ye behwe course college a woko anase university a woko no na university a woko no anase college a woko no ye frɛ bibi say recognized body or recognized provider. The recognized provider not just a accreditation utimi de run college anase course anase university no a utimi ye nyoma ebeboa anase usua nkorofo besua ade a ebeboa won ema won ba out a wetumi aboa oman eno santi ye be hwehwe say university no e recognized na university amiadum universities bebree work room ha no anase colleges bebree work room ha no are recognized for running courses. Na course no ana ye hwe say course ben na obetumi qualify for sa MANYE. Edikan no ye be hwe say eye degree course anase foundation degree course anase diploma course anase certificate course anase postgraduate course say masters anase doctorate. Na yansha ase ewo certificate ni diploma no to obi oba obekọ school na wakoye diploma bi a level 3 ananso say level 4 bi na anase level 5 na eho no na ye behwe say sa level 3 course no qualify enipa no say obetumi enya student loan support ana santi ye behwe say it's up to level 3 diploma, either national diploma or higher national diploma or higher national certificate. Santi say university so na say college no run sa course no dia na say wo de wo ho to sa course no so apply sa koye sa course na and the obetumi qualify. So na ye kan no e be hwe say course no so e recognized ana ebe ma skills a oman no ehia. International say nya course bia na obeya obenya student loan no. Nti ebeya important say ubehwe say whether the course is on the list of courses student loans company financed by loan. And degree so I work akoye no and I say qualification kra akoye no so as I wohwe say ewo sa list no so ana. Nti say academic course nko dia you qualify for student loan support. Because academic course say a undergraduate degree and I say diploma and I say certificate no. Bebree no yenim BTech level 3. Yenim BTech higher national certificate friend no HNC. Any other equivalent qualifications be run by city and guilds or other awarding bodies. Na ni nyina no because academic in nature no nti obe qualify. Obi o ma no okoye course professional in nature. Professional courses no be to say law. Be okoye course legal practice course to become a lawyer or bar vocational course to become a lawyer, but in this case, the barrister aspect though. because a year professional course ninti untimi enya emboa student loans company and the mano because enye academic saran so na bia akoye ACCA anasa akoye CIMA anasa akoye course in taxation, insurance, engineering, all those professional courses no only recognized professional body no ebe register now why course no those courses will not qualify for student loan support because you say a choice to pursue that profession. Here can be now where we university. Just the way we university academic aspect now work at the next level, then the professional no abemunity we support we here. Then say a master's course. That's a master's course will lead you to that professional qualification because say a year postgraduate qualification masters no enti obe qualify say ubenya sa akwenya no. And that's a postgraduate qualification in diploma nso ubenya sa akwenya no. And that's a postgraduate qualification certificate ubetumi sa akwenya no. Timo Boapa university aye kono boapa na college aye kono nso boapa na if you are na ye ba the next criterion
yes
lawyer
Asmah Pacho
previous
lawyer Asmah
qualification
lawyer Asmah
na previous qualification you know if you say my course ni bi dada na me pesa me ye fofora let me
lawyers Pacho Timenka
I qualify and
lawyers Pacho Timenka. Yes, before now, all this aspect in the bebana nanka me bisa say nature say besi ni pi wo baby wedi kan I explain now. Nature say even though ye betumi enya sa loan akwaye courses ye pese ye no, it's not all the courses that can be used to qualify for the student loan. Pachanya sa na opatre no.
Sa ara ana mepe achre. Enye course biara wo pese we ye na ebe qualify for student loan support. Enti na yesha say course no academic in nature. So a vocational cry, it will blend academic aspect and the vocational aspect, you know. BTech courses will qualify. Depending on your age, A-level courses, because a level 3 will qualify in academic. Certificate courses, higher national certificate courses will qualify. Higher national diploma courses will qualify. Foundation degree courses will qualify. Access to higher education courses will qualify. Degree or undergraduate programs courses will qualify. And the postgraduate courses, masters, doctorate courses will also qualify. You are 84. And Tibra ye who say course no very, very important, you know. Ye share and so say previous qualification no ebeboa ema way to me qualify on this occasion na person koye degree course. Nti be say degree no why you be paying ana so why your degree ni be dada dia adan nti na want to aso nkoye masters na mo person we say degree ni biom na aban emboa wo biom nti aban ehwe say opportunities no obia ebenye bi santi so why your degree ni be dada aya o mehwehwe who say the next one now person we ye no ebeboa or is so essential answer yetumi ama o enokra no ebeye limited student loan support. Nti muma yenhwe eno nso say. Yes, some person we 3 degrees, and I say 2 degrees nti ni nyina no aban ebeboa o. We are looking at the progression. And the degree, so it doesn't really matter, baby, we no. Before I over England, and I say UK no, now we could degree no be that. We university and so over Kromoha. Now we be do no person we another degree course. You may be so why you be paying and now we disclose you are now culture say why you be paying santi the same equivalent and now more or less person we no santi and no aban end to me emboa unless you have very good reason ya new one person we na obi nso ewo ho a na waye course no bi but when we anase opese osesa bi a wakwa starting say no different so wa start course no bi na after 1 year and after 6 months we jai course no na wa san aba back so person wo to aso and say we defer obi mo tumi jai na wa aba back obi so mo tumi defer ne say bibi esi bibi na ye yare bibi na ye awo because awo pregnancy and all those things intenu no we jai tumu a utumi san ko wechi ekofa but we are looking at either the same course or a sideway course similar and also the same level. Now hono akwenya ubenya no different from obi a onye bi da anase obi a onjaye. Omo formula omo de work eno out. Nti mo mayenhye eno enso say so we share course wase na wonya student loan ni bi na we jai tum na we sign ekofa. It doesn't matter how long we jai tum ebe affect you sika ubenya in terms of student loan support for your tuition you know. Into formula we use to say you better duration of the current course now person we no na ye de 1 year account na ya take the number of years we jai atum nso efim years ebe ka no ene loan period ye de be boawo we ma yen share example Ibi a master course, me kwaye law degree, LLB, and I say equivalent. Na and I say me kwaye Bachelor of Education degree, and I say Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science in any discipline. Na and I say HNC, and I say HND. Na after 6 months, and I say 5 months, me jai for whatever reason meja to ho anasa mempe course no pesa mesesa course no a ubenya akwenya no na ewo mnie te first course no aba pesa me ye no sisia no anasa martial assistant me ye no 3 years 3 years no me ye mu 6 months 6 months no ye fa ne say 1 year to mo run no nti say wo ye no months a na wo jaye a ye run no say 1 year. And you say new one na me kwaye no first say a 3-year course. Ya de 1 year ebe ka ho. Na ya ti 6 months na me year ya me jaye no afum. So na ya ka no 6 months no ya ma run no up nti be 1 year. Into 3 years na me de be yes a new course no plus additional 1 year no a ya de ka formula no ho no ebe 4 years. Na ya te bia me year old one no me jai 6 months and 5 months time and then say whatever months you better say do 1 year you better find say 1 year e do 1 year so and I just say exactly 1 year. Na ya te 1 year no efi nti 3 plus 1 minus 1 no ebe ma 3 nti menya 3 years loan support. What about say me call no e bia let's say 15 months which is about 1 year, 3 months in the mijaye, and I say, Mr. Sam Margin, some kwaye fufro. Now, say 15 months no will be equivalent to 2 years because months ne begusu no even doing do 1 year no, you find say 1 year. Until no 15 months no, ebe 2 years. Until your math no, course our person we no, ebe take 3 years. formula 1 year no ye de beto so nti be 3 + 1 we year old one no almost 2 years in the wujaye nti em say 2 years nti 3 + 1 which is 4 minus 2 will be equal to 2 nti ubenya 2 years loan support nti na just say we course no even though 3 years no loan support in be 2 years nti wo na say wo hwe kwan a obefa so a ada say wo final year no ubehu how a ubetua wo tuition no nti mama yan hye no so titiro yen a ye hye course ase a for good reason no yentumi enwie anase ye jai to ho anase ye sesan ya adwen se ye koye foforo no wo sesan wa adwen a obehwe se wenya bi dada ana na se wenya bi dada dia and how much have you already taken adaka no ya de hu loan support amount let say be 50 the mama yenhye enso na ya share so say age the next eligibility age na age no ne ayehwe no ha ne say so na me chechire mu no pre-16 post-16 qualifications no age no would and turning 9 no a free post-16 no undi 19 ya eno de aban ba kona secondary school no when we na afi de wa college akwa level 2 and that's level 1 ase ba ondi 19 year nti eno no even though wa cross post 16 no still ano ubenya ebe treat you say afi na wo ye wo secondary is equivalent to GCSE qualification. 3 courses, level 4, level 5, level 7, level 8 courses no post 16 qualifications. And I say higher education qualifications. It's not just say post 16 age no you should say baby a course baby a wo kono further education. And I say higher education. Further education, we secondary school now we further. It's a college. College in Bia would do one with 19 years plus. And they will qualify for student loan support for course now we call Aquayeno. And we move on. Now we call to us we invest in so because we enya and home student loan support. Because we call course for a year higher education qualification and that's a level qualification. Na ahano mama yenhye no enso. Inti se uko kwaye level 3. Bia we di 19 plus. Me ama 19 plus loan. Na we dey aye will be care course and that's a vocational course our person we and that's academic course crowd level 3 no why we. Now from level 3 no we call level 4. Level 5, level 6 no a. Sa loan na edema no be say tua na afoforo so we kotua ana. Because say aban and say government expect say obia benya at least that level of qualification up to higher further education. So we level 3 qualification na we kwaye degree no a. Payment no will be exempted for the initial one no. Into obi o ma ede wakwaye access to 𝗕, that's a nursing, and that's a business, and that's a law, and that's any other qualification, access to 𝗕. And no by 1 year, and that's 2 years. We are the way you qualification. Not just say they prepare. Then can say we now went to me no woodinya so that you can move on to level. Ne ade no a nka ban banya wama wenya no free no. Afi na wo dia wo benya but that point you don't qualify for the standard free education. Santiabama student loan for 19 plus no. Uye o level 3 no na wo kwaye degree no a ya behwe say level 3 no depending on the type of course no you be exempt eno na wetua from the undergraduate level no nti moma yenhye eno nso na yaba na yefre no nationality and say residence. Nationality and say residence. To qualify for student loan support, depending on where you find yourself, so who was Scotland arrangement different. Who Wales arrangement different. And now Northern Ireland and so arrangement different. England and so arrangement different. Nti nkomo aye di ni titru no England. Santi yebehwe say wo nationality no qualify wo ana. Nti you must be a British citizen. Nti British citizen no why yaje watum ide say wo ha na wa be your citizen ana say we your man badada ana say yaje watum say we a citizen. Nti yebehwe evidence of citizenship, nationality, no, are very important. In this unkuta British citizenship wa, not just say if you on my full frosso, so then I qualify for the support. In the say ukuta was settled status, residence ukuta was settled status no, was settled status no say ukuta indefinite leave to remain. And now say we EU near ukita settled status. Yabaka EU for no asam no briefly, separately. Into ukuta indefinite leave to remain. And now say ukuta British nationality. Then you qualify automatically. And there's a certain arrangement with other nationalities, such as Ireland. And now say Switzerland. And now say Turkey on specific arrangements. Now, you can say so qualify nationality no. You ambitions to say qualify for residency. The laws on residency are clear. Say to qualify for student loan support, as I said, when you're continuous residency up to the point we start to course and say we your application. Continuous residency say 3 years. Inti say course we start in September 2021. Now when your admission, now we your application criteria ne say have you been continuously resident in the UK? Until 3 years up to that point, now what he. So what you had here, they may ask you to prove that, to show evidence of residency. Now, residency, we're talking about habitual residence. Just what you have. Until we call holidays to cry and check now sign ABBA. Number we question one, na say enye yare anase awo na odi kopie baby. And I went to me under that circumstance. Now, actress said you have broken your habitual residence. Santi, it be another 3 years I also to be able to apply winya. Jacobasa, you may have to wait to be able to make up for the lost years and that's the residency period Tias rebebre. So, anything a bebre no more application and here could say prove that you have been resident in the UK for 3 years up to the point where your application. Into the fact say we are citizen and also we are settled status and also we are EU national or family member who could have pre-settled and also settled and no interest say you automatically meet the eligibility under the residency threshold Into muma yenhye eno so. Now ya share the next one say we ye uni na wo krom ha ebi a wokuta pre-settled and it wokuta settled. Mbrano den na ono eka because of arrangement the Britain and I say United Kingdom and the European Union as part of the EU unity. We are EU citizens in our back room. Certain rights become automatic, such as education and social support. But a residency threshold. So you might be okay because you are EU family member or national, but you are now bahano and chair. This is when you pre-settled status and as a settled status, now person go school as a EU family member and as a EU citizen. Ubesha say wait with 3 years continuous residence and so very, very important. Na yefi ehono epesa ye share nyoma nkitinkiti bia ededa na ye freno special circumstance criteria. Special circumstance criteria under the residence it will be I say normally lives in the UK. So the question is, do you normally live in the UK? That's the habitual test, residence test. Obiuma okuta indefinite leave, but until krumha oko akwatena baby into oko na wabaha into hana abaye ni holiday destination na baby foforo abaye ni residence destination. Into kwabasa you do not normally live in the UK. They say also to me prove say you normally live in the UK. The baby says kwafa bibi a say sa na tie proof of residency P60 so uye ejuma P45 and that's a bank statements. Because bank statements so definitely there will be a gap. You may have to explain gap Any other in your maybe able to me put it together to prove your case. Remember, it is up to you to prove your case. And therefore, the onus is on you. The burden of proof is on you to prove that you normally live in the UK. Inti one so and yeah automatic say we are EU citizen now automatically will qualify even if you go and come. So we are looking at the circumstances Emma Ufiha and how longer would you stay away? Into 3 years, a very technical eligibility criteria. Yo na yama yanko course no so awokwaya no e dey say a full-time course and that's a part-time course. Full-time course no say na wonim no na just say a full-time inti wadwen obi bia no esi adena wusua no eso. Say a part-time dia you better say what is the intensity ratio? Intensity ratio is say even though a part-time you the to is equivalent to the full-time awoye no because we are part-time there in so dodo a wusua no nyina no and one day no full-time there isn't much difference. And also no rule is say as I said, intensity ratio a year 25% or more. 25% or more. Internet just said they share the number of hours.
Bacho, utemenka, sorry, me chawa no kakra wa ha. Bacho utemenka.
Pacho ai.
Yo, we di empacho. Me maya kwe chiki bi na mbebisa question bana me kasa awonte. Baby a oka obia obe qualify for loan no. On say who mention say or say we residence for 3 years. Or say afenso no we British citizen na uka you for so de kakra na baby a manti ni ye no ene say obi cry bisaye say ayembia o wonso wo de no embia wo kromo a what na ha more than even that 3 years now so tama wo nya wo won krata no ti say embia afe ne ama o 2.5 die bi na wenya no pese wo ko school eno sa no still a obetumi a qualify lawyer Asmah.
Yo, but I was say the brave. Criteria say, what is your immigration status? Then the next one will be, what is your residency status? Now, immigration status, then HR say who qualify for South support, who could have indefinite leave to remain, and now say who could have British citizenship, and now say we are EU ni, and I say EU family member because of arrangement or abiding EU and Timunu NT. What qualified to live here with pre-settled or settled. Then be having a webinar pre-settled and as a settled this year. You want to make your application. And you share specific circumstances, And even though what's not 3 years, one meet the residency requirement. And then the next one, we meet the nationality and immigration status requirement. But there will be discretion here. The student loan finance for no beshe say, tamuna ubenya adiano, and ne tamuna woditina emuno, ometumi I consider period na wodatna hano no mo consider o mo exempt o ana. So there are instances they will take you say, because you've lived here 3 years, you have everything to prove that you have. But the question here is, on what basis were you living here at that point? If we're living here illegally, then remember you have broken the law in the first place. So you cannot take advantage of that illegality now that you have become legal. So these are the questions that need to be asked. Then you can present your request to the student loan company. Then they'll look at your specific circumstance. If you are now on refugee status, if you are now on asylum status, if you are now on humanitarian status, all these things they will consider. I shall say, okay, if you know we benya and no, you bet to me abwa my way to me akusuku and now despite your past situation. Timpacho a discretionary, but se nipa no ni nkrata na afi na we benya nkrata dia afi a we benya nkrata no in a way meet immigration way then you have to then show that since you became legal you have been residing here continuously, because a legal with indefinite leave to remain and as a pre-settled and as a settled
Okay. Nti afi de ye ko ye nto aso bebia na wo kan metwa no because omo enya sa 2.5 anase obi a ono watena ha so afei na yama no ye kan say indefinite no ono sa no yama no sisia no still obetumi qualify straight apply anase or say or train number of years bi kakra ansana, but say 3 years no apply na say obetumi still obetumi apply for the student finance loan or the akoni school no. Say sanity.
Yes, you see can say it depends on the specific circumstance na nipa no ewo. I think nipa na be pre-settled, but before be pre-settled, be na what na have 5-10 years. But we being pre-settled as a EU family member. Pre-settled more or less I feel now we meet the immigration status threshold. And I hope I say you consider for your past residency history But time now what you on what grounds were you living here? So like I said, that's what you had illegally. Now I feel we be legal status that discretionary circumstance will be discussed between yourself and the student loans company.
That's correct.
If your specific circumstance will call for exemption or not. It's not blanket. But more often than not, when you mean use illegal residence, be what's not illegally for that period. Now, if you know, now I've been pre-settled status for 5 years. Yes, now what's sorry, because some person made loan, now go school. Have you lived here legally for 3 years? That would be a question that can be asked. Into ben here say, you be yes homework no, na ye bisa emu ensem, na ye hu say yes, omo exam me, and I say omo exam me. So omo exam dia, then you have to meet the 3 years test, having now become legal or legitimate.
Okay. That's me. So having established that, for instance, omo enye you for omonam so edinya either pre-settle or settle status. What about those who through mbia omumba na odina ne baso mbia ne ba papa ye British citizen ti odina ne baso na odenya those 2.5 no. Into omo say no so omo no omo nka ye ka ne sen you for lie no. Into omo so no omo illegal status previously no will also be accounted for in this case. And I say omono once are like omowaha for that period now. So I feel omwenya omawo bana fembia kranenya number of years and I say akolane jina ni British father so edienye bi no monso mujina so edienya no. Is there any difference between these two categories na?
Yo, medasi bebre. What was that? We are uni and I say you family member no kuta pre-settled pre-settled no and yes settled, but because of your association with EU no a mouse leverage. Na sawa unya with the 2.5 under the immigration rules be appendix FM ujina wabaso ujina ukunusu ujina whatever. We live to remain and yes settled status. And a young friend who pre-settled, because pre-settled only applies to the EU members or nationals and their family members. Into unwa ukuta 2.5 no, and you're pre-settled, and you live to remain. So live to remain no doesn't qualify you for student loan support, because the criteria they say settled, pre-settled for EUs. Indefinite leave to remain for non-EUs, then British citizenship. Into what's maha ibia 2, 3, 5 years. When you're 2.5. So 2.5 now ben no afi now afi wotoa abreboso quote unquote. Into before when you settled no, let's just say wait for 5 years and I say 10 years dada. Then your residency is also there.
Yo, yabekwa yenimo. Now, whoa, mention be been so the whole thing is a and say, wow, we go school, no nature say majority of the qualification, whatever it is, age now also. So now, me who be been so say MBA, who MBA young corny you for the waba, ye juma when you're 3 years, MBA so one shedan ye juma for a period of time. Enti no ojina because me who application ni bia omo bisa say ojina obi so internet like omo ojini pakono so details at the account before they will qualify ni pakwa. Me fa ni say me ma me who as example mbia me na me apply for student loan no na me kunu na eye yi uni enti me jina me ye no mo bisa me so me kunu ho details say omonfa ononso mfa ne die as something support be I saw something like that on the paper na omonfa mama enti no sa no how does it work?
You I don't know a student loan no, there are 2 aspects, even 3 aspects. Your grant I don't know free. But your share loan no mu pa nka 2. The tuition loan and the maintenance loan. The maintenance loan no say uben yababwa we yabama loan a udi be a udi to books, udi be didi, udi be fa car and I say udi be boa wo ho ama wait me esua ade no ewie. So the question here is, do you really need the maintenance? You may need the tuition, but not necessarily the maintenance. And because when you are making the application, you are going to make the application, combined application for maintenance and the tuition. They will do the common assessment. You may qualify for the tuition, but you also qualify for the maintenance. So maintenance, we have to look at your family or household income. Because the sika ofie dia e bia na tuition fee no boarding enti na work up G loan if you are buying ho na bia wo betumi ahwa wo ho na wo didie mu na wetumi esua ade. So you may not necessarily need the student loan maintenance aspect no. Enti ano no more or less a means tested. Santi ebehwe say ye wa na wo ye na wa na wo gina wo ho so aye we wo ye edwuma ye baby say edwuma ben na wo ye full time part time edwuma ne ya GO P60s ni other record ne they are assessment whether you qualify for the maintenance or you don't qualify. Into obi a oye part time course no automatically na nimpa ne kire ne say oye why busy wo baby enti na oye part time. So na tie dia bia oye edwuma. Santi, you may not even qualify for the maintenance because uye juma bia unya bibi kakra. And the bia nipa no oye akwala na say obi a depending on the parents. Santi, we want to know the parents' income. Remember a household income.
Okay, household income.
Report.
Okay.
Into mother's evidence of earnings, father's evidence of earnings, and as a warrant so we be kakra your own evidence of earnings. Now you dey good port ni mu na you say okay, there is enough and therefore you may not need the maintenance loan. If you still think you need it, you have to prove it. And senior yechire muno say say you are not applying for the maintenance, you're only going for the tuition aspect, you know. Then there wouldn't be too much restriction because tuition is for you to study.
Yeah.
So it's the way you know, yeah, maybe say how much money is in the family or does the family earn, your parents, your sponsor or whoever, and so on and so forth. No, I just say they are assessing whether there's the need to even grant or offer maintenance loan.
Okay. Yes.
And now I'm say bia as a qualify for grant and the grant aspect you bia crane eba no grant. Eye won we destitute, dire need situation, then they will offer them some aspect of grant.
Okay.
You say in more nursing courses, mental health na ade no courses no. Aya NHS ema some support in terms of grant. But no because NHS nim say we say nursing course and a mental health course and a doctorate course na we are ubeba abeboa NHS ema deliver health service unity grant some are given directly by the NHS. Okay. It's another arrangement between NHS and a particular student nurse and as a student doctor but all other people or any other person will look at whether you qualify for grant on the basis of your income, you qualify for the maintenance loan on the basis of your income.
Okay, lawyers, and I'm saying, the repayment aspect of it, na if one so who quite normal free imrene continue. Repayment. Quite ben so now or say faso. Say Bani say or so repair. We school na no say we start teacher na say or so ye adwuma sike up to threshold be ansana ubechiaka and na ubechiaka so ye wa upem na wa ubetiti say na mema and na say student loan contract na omo dada no mwankasa behwe sika oje na odi omode atiti sika no efri waketue mpacho cheche mu na yenkoye
yo medasi bebre senior student loan bia etie no so kwaji no bank behwe say obewie edwuma wie na wa sha say wutia the same thing here in the student loan company repayment approach you say ye the sika no mawo na ukosuku na wuwie a expectation is say it is a wa obebie wedwuma na wa sha say wunya profit ana say obeye obi edwuma na wa sha say wo earn income from sa nipa no edwuma no mu santi more often than not you better say how much do you have to earn before you can start meeting that obligation because you also have to take care of yourself. And say for arrangement between student loan company, yourself, HMRC, Her Majesty's Revenue and Customs, any employer no. In the employer no will be notified say which your student loan because NI no will trigger say where we are we ejuma. Into we na say we shall say we ejuma pay NI no be trigger. Then the student HMRC will pick it up. Already in the student loans for HMRC are aware say you are on student loan contract. Up to time I will be your school now shall say we ejuma. So that network is there. Employer no will be notified by HMRC. Say nipa way is on student loan. Therefore, obesha say otia. Then employer will be taking that every month from with salary. And so you do see kakra then amao. The same thing as soon as we are self-employed because I don't know why we are work control ninti. We file with self-assessment, you know, you will be a friend of form SA302. From SA302 nature say taxa is a wutia ewo profit a winya ya no eho. Nti ebe share profit level no na before you be threshold no so we meet here nature say we share say wutia. And no be call towards your student loan. We bet me so share say wutia what they voluntarily through arrangement with the student loans company for no. Now threshold no ehia pa nti ye share say why especially call no ebia before 2012 and say bia after 2012 no so 2012 na we call ye na we wie na afina wa sha say we ye adwuma anasa wa sha say we ye adwuma dada. Threshold nedikano was 19,895. Into any 19,895 and no, that is for undergraduate courses. Any diploma near there no, when your masters are some up to degree level no. So any 19,895 and no untia bibia because as you can win here the show. So you do not have to start paying. Now, who earn 21,000 qua 21,000 no. Not just say you better share the difference between 19,895 and 21,000 no. Difference in our share say who chia a whole 9% no a year. Na ya teach mu every month. Until every month you bet about £8. So who earn about 21,000 you bet £8 every month towards your loan through your employer. YE system no. And now who earn 24,000 so ube tia £30 a month. Who earn 27,000 ube tia £53 a month. And now who earn 30,000 so ube tia £75 a month. Into a year criteria, but 30,000 interest you are paying on the whole 30,000. You are paying on the difference between the no payment limit now 19,895 no and 30,000 to 30,000. Now we show you show it's just about 10,000. And now we share and 9% yet every month. Yo na yaba one shot is a walk school and that's a loan no on or after September 2012. On or after September 2012, depending on the type of course, no. And also no 27,295 no a year free because of the living. So they factor in the living cost of living. Cost of living is very important. Until depending on data, what do you loan no 27,295 no will be free. 28,000 you pay £5. 29,500 no ube £16. 31,000 a year ube £27 a month. And at 33,000 a year no ube £42 a month. That is the difference between the threshold now a year 27,295 no and then yawo ene no. In any time bia usika no ebeti abefom no loan SSA which so eti ebefom. anytime ebe kosro no loan no ese utia no so e kosro. But you can see say a very manageable.
Yes.
Manageable in a sense say depending on the difference no utia 75 and that's £42 a month for it just say manageable. Santi mboa no a ewo ho no e be hia so bia be take advantage. Now we no wa sha say utia.
Okay.
Now we ye adwuma and that's we ye unya profiter na we be sha say utia. Just anytime bia unya no wuntia sa sikano. What about we school? Now o can say o dia wonye adwuma wo England and I say UK. O pese o kwa share on my fufuro mu and I say o kwa share baby. Yes wo dwane na mbom opportunity fufuro APA amawo. So opportunity fufuro APA amawo na kwa share baby a. Remember a contractual agreement. They will track you all the time. And because of your qualification and some wubenya loan, you are either a citizen or settled. So obaba back. Anytime obaba they will still make arrangement to track and see how you are faring. And akwenya yo mode man say, so when ye juma kra and as wunti ha kra, you approach the student loans company then you make arrangement to pay because you don't have an employer or you don't work for yourself at HMRC to me track it through your self-assessment record. Now, postgraduate for and so postgraduate a master's and a doctorate degrees. Master's and doctorate degrees and so no akwenya eho no say so we year o master's program and I say o postgraduate doctorate program. Now we usika yedema no 21,000 and no untia loan no yet because you need to survive. Now you could do 22,000 ubetia the difference between 21 and 22 which is 1,000 pounds no eho to betia £4. A kone nim could do 23,500 ubetia eho £12. Now a kone nim could do 25,000 ubetia eho £19. And say a kone nim could do 27 ubetia £30. And now it could do 30,000 air so ubetia £45. We a monthly payment. And again, employer no obesha say obeti. And now so say we are self-employed we your assessment your baby self say what the loan pay time I would na adie na oma track it na oma sha say omo dey can with tax ss wuchia no eho. Na just say near I want to say payment arrangement are very flexible. Far better than obeko akwaji ewo bank ho. Na bank ede serious interest esisi hu amao. Nti akwenya no beda ho a bo modern say ube take advantage na wako school na we develop wo ho na aboa wo ho na aboa oman no enso.
Asmah better was say watch it we the me kwado school kokra bium sisi sanet say for say lawyer Asmah 𝗥𝗔𝗗𝗚𝗏𝗢 student finance company or more loans no more ma student no 𝗥𝗔𝗗𝗚𝗏𝗢 kwan bia wo be fa so net say you are more than qualified to apply say when you indefinite to live now what na 3 years na ni tietie mo ani afen so no wo kakra wo de be kire say ampa wa ye dwuma America kra nso a na kire say ukowe no enti no emre no ko enti lawyer major amasisi a just 15 minutes na aka no de be ma etiefo na omo insem for akakra bisa it could be say yes based on the topic I treating no it could also not be say based on that enti no wo question bi a opese obisa ekwan da ho na obetumi afre 0203-735-8820 and that's 0203-2AC0185 sanso na your WhatsApp lines mienu ayembia wo outside the country and that's wo krom ha numbers no obetumi afre from nso on WhatsApp eye na edikan ye 077 Mesramo adofo amutie me obi betumi pin ni ama me why eye 077 879 39958. Mesan esi no so biom 077 879 39958. And our second one no so 075 966 20154. Mesan esi so biom 075 966 20154. Obetumi afrena mesmienu na lawyer Asmah eyiwa no fefefe ene kama. Menya first way ewa ha with jam voice no afra me fan into with that voice no obi kra twa no obi etwa no enti yo but wa wona my 5757 65 5765 when e do so every say na wo kasa friend wadaroma good morning so
good morning Wanye the lawyer na pe
yeah jo sumpacho peja voice kakrama me why
okay. You don't know if the lawyer friend say apart from uni now kind of almost still working so can learn like carpentry plumbing and thank you.
About vocation me sure so can vocation so it depend but say oh yeah what college and now yeah what him
Yeah, college, yeah.
Lawyer Asmah Pacho or see or yeah vocation carpentry mason featuring woodwork but or yeah college or also to make qualify for such a loan and Lawyer Asmah.
Yeah, they make plumbing electric, yeah.
Yo, medasi bebre. Nti me nua no oye qualification equivalent to level 3. It's a diploma and it's a certificate course na oye. Na eno no even though be a professional, they take in say equivalent to the academic qualification. Santi within 19 plus. There also say opoji loan and so be qualify for loan. But qualification will also depend on the immigration status and then a residency, continuous residence period of 3 years, you know. And in courses for office, college ho. Okwa akachira won say o enroll ye no na wo dwen say wa wo betumi atua but sisi ano wuntumi nti wo pese wo say wo betumi apply and I say move it to the student loan one. The college has an arrangement with the student loans company. Santi ombe we interview. Now it might be a late application. I don't know when I will be we course no. But ombe application no amao na say be 2 years na car and I say 1 year na car you can get the loan. Now wait to me edi ewie. This one na college no crowd be was some support be ewo ho amao. But so we are 19 plus nkutin there. Yes. Uber qualify. That's a course no year level 3 equivalent. Air corner so ube to me.
Mini abema utie me em so line at akatiko ubetumi enya mwaye no se utie a yo ye nya odofo bi nso efri Oxford mpacha o ahoma so ye fra say na o kase friend
yeah hello your friend papa
mpacha raise your voice kakrama me why pacho
yeah my quick question is it seems lawyer with very good knowledge about the loan process, you know.
Exactly.
Now he was talking about the percentage and the flexible rate, you know. And for example, we are students. Now, some way, somehow, you do not necessarily need the maintenance, you know, but you qualify for it from the knowledge on the processes of the loan and flexibility, you know. Will it be advisable to go for it and perhaps invest it somewhere and get value for money out of it? And I'm just curious.
Oh, business oriented. Oh God, I can now the investment. And yes, I know.
So you qualify for it anyway.
Well, media okay. Lawyers, my baby, but the thing is maintenance, dear. And your tuition fee. Now your mouse for your maintenance. And yes, quite over maintaining on it, no massimo. But when it comes to the payment, Lydia, send your watch
the payment session. Say, is the rate good in terms of say, you don't necessarily need it. However, you want to look at it on a different perspective. I mean, in terms of the rate, you know.
Okay, lawyers, ma'am, name say what in the question I say about.
Pacho Martin, question I say pa. Now, many will be say a question. Edikai, we are not investment advisors. We are here to offer social support, advice, knowledge. From what you are saying, you want to enter into investment and you are looking for a source of funding. Student loan is not for those who want to go into investment. And so I will not entertain that in the first place. But what I'm saying is, say, wo person wo go school, and I say wo go school. Now we juma na we yen and say household income no kra no be a parent. Say be a one kasa kra when you are a parent yourself. Now we sika winya no is you may qualify for the maintenance loan. And your loan, Santi, you have to accept the risk of repayment. The more you take, the more you will be paying eventually. Because we take a maintenance loan and a tuition loan, your loan level will increase. That means every year na obetiano so we year every month na obetiano and so ebeko esoro. But they don't expect people to entertain the feeling that they are available. Santi, even if they don't need it, they will come and take it for investment purposes. So please, that is not the purpose. If it is for your learning, studies, yes, I will encourage you.
Master, but you said when you're more.
Oh, yeah, my investment, it was just the contest, nothing. And yet, sorry, I will just say, from the experience, no, will hear advice, not necessarily so, for the investment purposes. I mean, we are coming from Ghana and say they are here support the backup, not necessary investment. But okay. I was just asking, say, is it prudent to do that? I just asking.
Well, me did say, senior wama no, and no, emrene contino. Asmah, yemfa of Ufro. Yeah, hello, Colin Pachowa, whom I say, Frozen now, Casafrain.
Hello, Frank, me Casa-Free, I'm attesting away back in Coventry area. Hello. Mine is just may throw a bit more light and so on something because may apply student loan last year, but because now I had money saved in P, I didn't want to pursue it. But this year I'm gonna try, so because I'm running out of funds, you know. Yeah, but one thing I've encountered, which I'm throwing more light and which maybe it will be beneficial to me, is that so it was 2.5 years. So now you are married to an EU partner or an EU or British a year. Then loan or apply main form SN form now. Because you wouldn't qualify for the maintenance any loan fee. Where they will say you are not eligible. No, we are no mabusa say no more the age category no abem where if you are less than 18 they will see say was 7-year residency. But if you are more than 18, that is where they will consider your long residency 20 years. If you've lived in this country for 20 years, then fine. They will consider you for the student loan at the same time as the maintenance loan. My case, and I didn't fall within both categories. But what they did was because they relied because Mawari British. I'm a woman Ghana customary marriage, and I'm a one that 2.5 year route. They considered my application under the EU route. Okay. You need the EU advisor, no, Ekasa and Ubisa say, am I married to a British national? No, Ubisa say, when was I married? Moje married date and the day, Ubisa say, so why this question? No, Kasem say, they just need to establish, say, I am married to an EU national.
Okay.
In that regard, no more they are consider my application. I'm waiting for their response from there. So that is a bit of something to those who are also on the 2.5 year route and they are thinking of going for the student loan. In my looks as a applier, I always need to turn back to you say I'm not eligible. But yeah, but when you probe them now the Wawari class account, now especially with the partner and the passport come. Most cases, no more evidence now. They will not ask of partner's evidence. And somebody say you are doing it solely because you are settled.
Okay.
But once our partner ne krata the company, how the cover letter better to say what we see actually straight now they will even advise you say then you may only qualify for the tuition fee loan. So go and apply under the EU route, But culture say the tuition fee loan is something that you should go. So that is some bit of information I think it will be helpful to some of the listeners,
So ebe falling under special circumstance na lawyer kano na any omo so discretion say or so omo ni ye no mo say they can put you at the another part ebe suitable at the amount papa yedasi all the way from Coventry we didn't cry but obo within there Frank Nyamenshra why Nyamenshra yo yeah, but before I'm a picky or before from lawyer and yeah, Frankie can open so throw a little bit light and I say young queen him I can just few minutes be
well just thank you very much caller for that addition and say you know or say he fell under the special circumstance. I can say sometimes a discussion with the student loan company you may say oh wait there say a share rules me there no mean do here but so your application they will pick it up and say you don't qualify. You may then have a conversation with them for them to look at your circumstance. Now I don't want to call it a luck by case and it's always good to make an attempt. Now since moving from the standard route to the EU route and now I'm granting based on all the evidence or the man one. And now the idea wants to say won't qualify under the eligibility because you are not a UK national. And now say we need settled status. We are qualified under 18 years. Now what's now Chrome have for at least 7 years dear, you would then qualify for consideration. Then also but so we are under 18 years automatically to be fair you are getting free education anyway. So at that point you are still possibly up to your pre-16 year 11 year 10 or college level 2 level 3 which is still free. And it's automatic. Until so who about Chrome ha na nasa kwala fina wa ha under 18 a buying shisha ne say akwala bia the so school. So the support to go to school. But we one and now say what person what additional so a na emwano ebaba ho ama wono. Obi so ma watna but only or over 18 years. Only British national and also on status status. But watna habia 20 years and that's a half of nipanin age in one. Are you more discretionary support for those people? International, what approach you want? They will look at your circumstance and offer you some discretionary support. Okay. So when your admission enquire edia, inti sa in your money na ewo for discretionary way
Lawyer Asmah yedasi tie for sisi anu mesremo radio no be call off 11 now boy but I've got 2 or 3 people on the line na mesre say lawyer be answer mo enti mo amutie on radio no man tie can be my yedamasi but you can shift to Facebook and YouTuber ye benya few minutes be e de guso na lawyer be explain a little bit English mo na afede ye tie for no nso no mo amogina so no ya answer mo call enti no patro wa so no lawyer Asmah me man kasa quickly na me answer other 3 people. Hello
Pacho
who are home so your friend say na wo kasa friend.
Good morning. Your friend Rose Lane.
Morning sister Rosie. Pacho my ente wonka.
Pacho you and the topic ni interesting pa ya da mo sense ni insight no. Na me pese ni hu say ye fa na say makwaji student loan ni bi. Ana meje about 22,000 per annum. Okay. But Miss Roka, is there a way I make many student loan from according to an agreement? I remember one fixed amount, a day more than what they are supposed to take. Me and Kasanisha, a beb 1 year na.
Certainly,
can I up my payment, Anna?
Me just said that, but lawyers must be you are no.
Yes, that is very, very good, my sister. student loan company expect people to take that bold step. And so we will be a kind of better because Canada anyway, whether we pay or you don't pay. You have the freedom now, but you still be paying. And you bet me say, okay, only one agreement. Now one more fixed payment every month, whether you earn or you don't earn. Then they will also be doing that deductions. Until in Bilboko Nimno, the way to me clear ulono bebre. Until yes.
Thank you very
You're
much.
welcome, Auntie Roslyn. Lawyer, Bansana Mema and the next person, Nakasano. Many baby, no ojilo ibiu. Na onwa na ehun se se we ko school krum ha achepa utumi jisika wa ban ho de tua ofi nya maintenance nya je se wo nkwala kra de na je se sika ne mo odu ebupi nti no na school kwa ye ende ena ye nyina ye ko bi na ono ana ewo mu ano afeli o failure o se wasa ko jisika ni bio but na ye ntirimu nya se o sheda na o failure na se okwa no control social no say one pass into osako di loan asako. Lawyer, is it possible to go ahead like that?
You answer earlier on me about the mitigating circumstances. The mitigating circumstances no be say bia wako school na wejai bia yare anase awonti say wejai na wo a friend no career break a friend no steady break no. Nti sa steady break no ba you may then it may be a good reason. And it's an impano ebia obasa kwatwa the same course no so. And now pose bia wasesa na adwen opeso koye course fufuro. Ba ne omeye no se ne ameka ye no. So course no bia woko 1 year na wujai. Na woko sign kopa another course aye 3 years ah. The formula is this. Course a wopesa we ne sisia no. And how longer would year old one no. Then you add 1 more year. Into be a course of person or 3 years course. Or your old one no 1 year no jay and also assistant nagin. Into the back 3 years course no person no be 4 years. They are old one no yeah no the jay and so efum. Now acquire 3 years. Into standing panobenya 3 years loan support. They acquire sa course no. Into beer Sanipano, every time Obesha course was she encounters or he encounters such mitigating circumstance. In no about presenting a case, now your application for fraud. Now, because of minimum so mama be that daninti on my share. It be a Sanimpa way be or 2 years and okoji loan for 2 years. And no jay, but see Sanimpa way the sure said no man need G and yet loan no. Because the tuition loan will go to the university and as a college, you know. Maintenance in about ho. Until a man in EG maintenance, you know. And even though new ones or veggie maintenance, you know, at the end of the day, about build it up. Tuition, she may not care because I'm bad ho. Maintenance no bad ho no. They encouraging this obey your courses more and also obey some courses more. But to be fair, you are doing a lot of courses. But you need to apply the skill to be able to support your community, yourself, and move on as an individual. So it's not just the study per se, but what you do with the knowledge and skill you gain from the studies. And also depending on the circumstance.
Yeah, tell us, Asmah, Ojisko, yo, young Cosway. Many a baby was so actually, Akosia, sorry, Pacho, so may Tonka.
Good morning, MANYE NAA. Good morning, lawyer. Me pacho me bisa bibi about student finance no because my health and social care na my level 1, my level 2 na sisi ame call level 3. Na musi me chia 3,000 BB, but me apply for the loan. And you know me call college on mo boa me na me ye. Na muso munya evidence it says me a EU family member. And you know, almost say either ID card or valid passport. And me couldn't call Ghana until kuta passport ndeko. Intimidi Italian ID card no. and a marriage certificate, no, and I'm a 5 years, no, card that done account when I'm the coy. But many emails say they still need more evidence. Just say, Minko yi, Michelle could, Breum, and Omunia passport, Nanka Sanga Sansana, Omajimatu. And this year, come say me train, Papa na ba, Nanka, my post to passport, no, Akoma, Nama yi, share code, non so, na, mede amount. Nampachona lawyer can be about age. A bit to me, Aban say, age be or honoma, Gilo na yam farm. Afis, second one, I say, or come about residency. Na 26th of August, and I mean, 3 years ewo UK. And see, man no boy me mammy, no see it could be say loan no amount to me farm mammy because me 3 years ewo ha. And Timpacho maybe study no that's it.
Okay. 3 years they send a 3rd August, yeah. You know, oh mama after that no apply. Anyway, lawyers man Pacho, over to you, ma, and then my uncle.
Yo, mama, yeah, that's a brave. So we share experience. Edi kind, we here share code no to check say who settled status unless a pre-settled under the EU no SS no ampa ana. Na number 2, we here ukunu passport to confirm say ampa ukunu EU ni a better no. They are specific evidence as we provide the amount. Nti ukunu ba na wo de akoma wo share code in the obetumi apa na wo de amount before ukunu ebeba. The next thing is residency. You have to be here 3 years continuously before the date of the application. You may then appeal to them, say, "Akaka soon nembum course no at the offer now, mammy. Sanji almost say, make me a start it. It was so make me I'm a discretionary way under the circumstance because NCHB now 3 years no aso. Ometumi consider o ometumi so akase de bi twen na enso ansa nti sana baba dia obaka kire university ni say omu hold you offer no anase wo admission no emma o so that you come the following year so that you don't have to reapply to the university nti university no be keep u place na ma o na the following year no then you just go to the online portal for student loans company hono na apply. Let's just say we meet threshold, 3-year continuous residence. And the age, I see 18 plus. Until 18 years plus, we qualify. Until senior meet when the 18 years, and it's a 19 plus. So you qualify for that. Normally, maintenance loan, and as a 60 plus now, they don't give you full support, a limited maintenance support. That's the only aspect. But these are all in your mind when you want to discuss here. Omutumi use discretion under your specific circumstance. Now, omode consider bribi. Tebe hiya sa oba friend na woni won edi enkomo. Se kwaba se omusi de bia. But that's it.
Yo, la Asmah, yenso ye dase. Yemre na so, tie for yemre na so, but message we by ya yebnua be my hand blood. And I was sending message, and I think say it's a bit different from the topic that we are discussing today. However, no make kind. I say with reference to the boy, the Home Office revoked his passport after traveling to Belgium. I would like to ask this question. I am a British citizen, and suppose my wife had a baby in another country, precisely Ghana, but at the time of birth, my wife is married to me as British citizen. Would the child be British as per the explanation the Home Office gave in that boy case? Any question or no?
Yo, in the boy in the case, omu revoke, what was the reason?
Mpacho we see reason so.
Mpacho kacha yenu say offer yena yentumi antine question asking yentumi emboa no in specific circumstance no. But say no can say ono anga say a British citizen. Na wawo na akwala no ye won wo man foforo so meboa
Batra ye won wo Ghana, yes.
yeah ye won wo man foforo so santi the question is akwala ne papa anasa ne mame eye why akwala ne mame anasa ne papa eye British citizen dia akwala no betumi agina ne mame anasa ne papa so na why application for passport na mind you akwala no ye won wo man foforo so santi ebe overseas passport application. Generally, no, that would be that under the relevant provisions of the 1981 British Nationality Act, special section 1. No. And because we are British citizen, after that, we bet me a passport, ama akwalano through the overseas passport application process. Nti yenia Mr. say bibi ohwo a wan fanka ho nti entumi ama o full response ab friend na yentumi enyi o anu ye ne yemboa o case yi doable.
Okay, maka kire no. Nti lawyer, we there Mr. enam say mre no konti no. Memfa the last voice note we na afide ye yansem na be. I hope say how.
Oh. Okay. We are helping the community. Timpacho manimra.
Yo, Mati yentie.
Hello, lawyer. Good morning. Pacho anape munyina achi. Pacho ati the salary mama say Pacho so bikita 5 years under EU family and also EU family look at 5 years onyanya indefinite ya Pacho betinde aware obi Pacho bre prayer nchim kakra so kita 5 years no onyanya indefinite ya EU family member obetumde aware. Okay. Bye.
Yo, lawyer, the question or no? Pacha Oti.
Yo, menya yadasi bebre. Ukuta 5 years, that's a pre-settled status. What be a relevant person under the provisions of the EU settlement, Now ukuta indefinite so as EU, and that is why yes, ukuta when you're settled status. Either way, you fall under the relevant person category and for EU ESS provisions, Na na mpesa metia se anasa mpesa metru mu ne se. So what worry anasa afina wo sa to obi so na mpesa won no ebo bra. Ubetumi ejina wakwenya wo no so na ode aboa nimpa no ma no so abeka wonsa. Na what I don't want to say ne wo put no say metumi de aye aware. So ne ade bia meka no aware yenye. Okay, yes, because what worry there, sir, nti aya na mama yehu how I be expressing. Na the American say yes, because we are EU ni family member, no kuta pre-settled no. Senior you can chrome ha no meaning baby a wo yere no owo. So wo yere no e wo chrome ha there, you must have special reason why I went to me here before end of 30th or by 30th of June 2021. So when you have special reasons now, you can go ahead with the application as a spouse of a relevant person under the EU, under the appendix EU provisions. Now, say nipa no wo abonten say bi o man foforo so a ene de embrabia NCCA say esa we before a certain date. Nti obetumi because nipa no close family member. Because oya woyere senior wokan nti woyere close family member santi wo a wenya wo de no a webenya wabeye relevant person no ubetumi akọ stress yama woyere so ebi na omeka wonsa na muntumi entena embobra ewo krom ha because awarefo de ne pepe mu ni say munyina mo betena faako now since wo ha on na embrano ema kwan se yede bema woyere na woyere abeka wonsa from baby owo no.
Yo lawyer yeda say questions are akano mesre motive for mumfanche mesre mochna me de beba community and the law ne so why I've got 4 questions but me de beba so na me bisa wo ho e de amamo Ada na me voice ya kolo sisi am speaker ya ye lose. Ye wie ni momo. Yo, enti no lawyer ye beda wase tiefo ye da mo nyina ase na agima ye da ase unso bisa questions kakra wo ho bem say ye to me cover most of the questions that you asked e wo honom Rebecca amoako ye da wase unso say utumi ba so na udi uhye bi ma yen na covenant grace or see well answered na say question na obi bisa ye ucheche mu yie ma eto aso mu ye Bridget Mercedes na say adofo a wo Facebook nyina any YouTube no yeda obi bia se nyame nhyira mu nyina se mutumi behwe ye ne na mo hyiche ema ye so saa so mo nkoso nyame adoma ochna Saturday ochna the 7th of you can say August no the community and the law no baso den ye remfimo ye baso den na questions. Some of these questions are to me answer ye be putting in na wo ho na ye to me enyi ano wo ho no nyama bebre wo ho a or still a ye to me ehu na ebi ni say na student finance ehun nsem no lawyer Asmah de abreya ye wacheche mu gidi say ebia na question bi wo utim a went to me embisa enkechi ochina se anya no mpo na be treat kra ochina bomode na be toaye ewo the community and the law ewo BWF for solicitors same top yes same topic into no more questions based on that na Mr. Fabra school code trust me me dem be kromu ha o mitumi ko school meaning krata akra mitumi ko tena university dem ba ni say yenka ni say me fa me krata ba pe na me dwane sata no ma ye half of the cost and I believe say most of you too got similar experiences nyame adom stesi ano mwenya mo krata mo pese mo ko school no these are some of the education ye hia si be hu na ye tu hu anamo a yetumi atu anamo na aye successful de amaye ochina mum joining the community and the law no baso ye nua bema oreku frimpon bedi hu akotene ene lawyer Asmah na lawyer Richie ana say lawyer Patrick omobia ebewo honom na ye de dwumedi abremo enti mo make a date with us yebe kono lawyer we de eme ya emre no ko nanka epese uboni sin bi emaye wo potokasa ni mo na se ne ebe ya omo amanti ase no mo nya nimdie but me nim wo mre ntimi de meja meto ama o to me de maya ebe me de pa won fa maya nso a o last note a be maya nsa na sorry free na so ekono mpacho eda so.
Thank you very much. I would want to take the opportunity to clarify what we have covered so far in English language for our listeners and viewers who are not able to fully understand the other dialect. Now, today we have covered the student loan approach or the processes. What are the rules? What are the things we need to know? The critical thing is the eligibility. Do you qualify or not? And we have looked at on the basis of the university or the college you are going to pursue the course at. So here it has to be a university or a college that is recognized under the UK academic accreditation provisions. Most of the universities and colleges in the UK are accredited, and therefore they work closely with the student loans company to allow students access to loan for studies. We also looked at the course. The course you intend to do should be the type that will qualify for the loan. And here we're looking at from certificate courses to doctorate courses. And we are looking at courses that are academic in nature. Academic in the sense that you are not going to pursue the course for some professional reasons. And professional reasons, we are looking at things like law, things like accountancy, taxation, insurance, engineering, and other things. So if it's pure professional course, then you will not qualify for the loan. But if there is academic element to it, then you will. What it means is that if the course is professional, but there is academic element which may be masters combined, then you will qualify for the loan. Now we are looking at any course at all from level 3 diploma certificate up to level 8 postgraduate programs. Once you have checked and seen that the course is the type that can be funded, you also have to check and assess whether your nationality and residence will qualify you. Nationality means that you are a British citizen or you are settled. So you have settled status. And settled is whether you have had indefinite leave to remain through the immigration rules, or you have had stay under the EU provisions, be it pre-settled or the settled status. You also then look at whether you are under humanitarian protection, asylum, refugees, and other aspects, which the government is automatically responsible for your upkeep for, then you also qualify. We are also looking at residency. The rule is that you should have been habitually resident so that you normally live in the UK, and UK is your main home, so that you have lived here continuously for 3 years up to the point you are making the application. So if you are making the application, for example, now for September intake or September program, then you should have checked to see that over the last 3 years up to today or this time that you are making the application, you have been resident in the UK continuously. That means there is no break. The only break that is acceptable is when you are away on illness or pregnancy reasons or some special circumstance, then that will be considered that it does not break the continuity of your 3-year residence. Going on holiday, short holiday, and other vacations do not qualify as break in continuous residence. Now we also moved on to the next aspect, which is previous qualification. Previous qualification means that you should all have done an undergraduate program, so that doing another program means it's a duplication of what you have already done. The rule is that as many as possible should have the opportunity, and therefore if you have done master's program, you move on. You have done undergraduate program degree, you move on to master's. If you have done level 3, you move on to level 4, level 5, and so on and so forth. Now, you may also qualify regardless of previous qualification where you started the course and for good reasons. Good reason be that pregnancy, illness, and other reasons occasioned that you have to stop or have a break and return to the course. In this case, they will look at that and allow you to continue and offer you the loan to continue the program. Or you have started the course and midway you have decided that this is not what you want to pursue in terms of career, so you are changing to another discipline. Now, on that basis, whether you stopped or you are changing it, they will look at how much you qualify as student loan. You will be looking at the course you want to do, how long it's going to take. For example, the new course you want to do will take 3 years. You are going to add 1 more year, automatic, so that will be 4 years. Then they will subtract the years you have already covered under the previous course that you did not complete, or you have changed your mind on because you were taking loan on that program as well. So if you did it for some months, up to, let's say, 12 months, it will be considered as 1 year or 12 months. And in other words, if it's up to 12 months, it's taken as 1 year. Then they calculate the number of period you were on for and subtract that from the duration of this course plus 1. Then the number left is what you'll be supported for in terms of student loan. So example is, this course you want to do is 3 years. So plus 1, 4 years, minus the period you have already spent on the old one that you have stopped. Let's say 2 years. So 4 minus 2, you get loan for 2 years on the new one. You have to then consider how you are going to support yourself when you get to the final year for this 3-year program. Now, this is for the tuition purposes. Now, the maintenance, because it's arrangement towards your upkeep whilst you are studying, the maintenance arrangement is different from the tuition arrangement, and therefore you may still qualify for the entire maintenance loan for the period you are going to pursue. So even if you get tuition for 2 years, your maintenance may still be 3 years. Now we move on to other issues such as EU and family members. EU and family members do qualify under the provisions for student loan support, but you still have to prove that you have lived here continuously for 3 years. They will ask for evidence that you are a family member of EU national. They will ask for evidence about your status and when you had it. And they will also ask for evidence to prove how long you have lived here for. So you have to make sure that you have had all these things put together before you start your application. Now, there are some exceptional circumstances for people who have lived in the UK, but they are not nationals or they haven't had settled status. In this case, if you have lived here continuously for 20 years or half of your age, they may consider you for exceptional support under the student loan access provisions so that you can pursue a course. Now, if you are, that is for over 18s. If you are under 18 and you have lived in the UK for 7 years, you do qualify, even if you are not a national or you don't have a settled status. But you have to remember that if you are under 18, it means you have not potentially completed your pre-16 qualification, and therefore you still continue to complete the course. And that is why the student loan becomes automatic, even if you need the loan. So somebody may qualify for the 7 years if they have lived here as a child and they are under 18 years. But for children, there is always no worry because children always have free education in the United Kingdom due to the government support for education for children. Now, post-16 programs. So if you are 19 plus, you qualify for loan if you cannot afford your tuition yourself. You also qualify for maintenance loan. And the maintenance loan assessment is based on your income level or your family income. So that is always not automatic. Therefore, it's possible for you to get the tuition loan, but not the maintenance loan. If you are doing full-time course or part-time course, it also makes a difference because a part-time course will qualify if the intensity of the part-time provision is at least 25% of the intensity of the full-time provision. And therefore, we are looking at the hours of study and the credit that is accumulated under that program. Now, we are also moving on, as we have covered, for the application process. Application process will always start once you have had admission to go to the university. So as soon as you have your admission to the college or university, please put in your application for the student loan. You then have to put in the course you are going to study, the university that you are going to study at, and contact will be made to the university to confirm. And your offer letter will also be needed. Then the application will be processed for you. You have an online account where you can access when the money will be paid and all that. The tuition will go to the university or college directly, but the maintenance loan or grant will be paid into your personal account. Once you have covered your studies period and you have completed your course, you then have to make arrangement to make payment. The arrangement, because it's a contract between yourself and the student loan company, there are other government agencies that will help to get HMRC, which is Her Majesty's Revenue and Customs, which takes charge of all earnings that people accrue through working for themselves or working for other people. So if you are working for other people, the employer will be taking the loan deductions at source. So the employer will be notified how much you have to pay. HMRC will do that. If you are working for yourself, HMRC will add that to your tax liability under your Form SA 302 self-assessment program or arrangement. then you pay the student loan on top of that. The threshold is that if you earn, depending on when you started the course, if you started the course before 2012, then you are looking at 19,895 per annum salary or profit, so that you don't pay the loan at all. Anything apart from that, you pay your loan on the difference. And the loan is 9% for undergraduate provisions and 6% for postgraduate programs. Each month, you'll be asked to pay a little through your payroll or your employer. And if you are working for yourself, you pay that through your tax that you pay directly to the HMRC. There's also voluntary arrangement where you can make to pay fixed amount every month towards your student loan voluntarily. Now, once you cease to work or you become unemployed, the loan payment will cease. And once you start working, it will restart. Once you travel abroad and you are not working in the UK, you can still make arrangement for student loan company to take your payment if you are working abroad. But if you are abroad and you are not working at all, then it's just like being here and not working. So the payment will pause until you resume employment.
Thank you very
Now,
much.
there's always chance for you to apply, and there's always opportunity for you to apply. It is a loan, but it is very, very flexible, and therefore it will give you the springboard you need to be able to pursue a course of your choice, provided it falls within the list of courses that are eligible for student loan support.
Okay.
So thank you very much, viewers and listeners, for joining us today. It's been a pleasure, and we want to say thank you. Please do join us tomorrow. Special greetings once more to Uncle Ben and the entire staff of BWF Solicitors, and you, our cherished viewer and listener.
Thank you.
We will
very
meet
much.
again tomorrow. Join us on Community and the Law program.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lawyer Asmah. Thank you. Tie for ha na edi dwumedi nbebe da mo nyina sinyame adom ochina yebehia of BWF Solicitors for Facebook ne so nyame nhira obibia na nyame nka obibia ho. Medamase.